Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to be explaining you guys the Tori Trades $51,843 trade using trading truth market structure. Okay, so we're gonna be decoding how she how she actually executed that trade, like what was the reason behind it, and we're gonna be applying our market principle. Okay, so let's check it out. I'll put myself there. Let's see. So this is the time she entered the trade. Okay. Around 19th of May. You can actually go to the video and
I made
look at her trade.
$50,000
Okay.
shorting crude oil with just 4 contracts in 10 days. Here's what most people don't talk about when it comes to trades like these. One, holding for 10 days is a difficult thing to do. So I want to walk you guys through the pullbacks, how price kind of ebbs and flows, and how I had to
Okay.
give some profits back just in order to see this whole trade play out. Another thing people don't talk about is how much money did I risk in order to make 50,000 and how much just 4 contracts of crude oil cost me to get into a position. So let's do a full trade breakdown. Let's get into it. All right, so these are my stats for the year so far. I have only traded crude oil. February made 40,000, March made 18, April made 7, and May I made 28. But let's talk about the $50,000 trade that I just closed. Now, one thing called a safety line to help me manage
Okay.
or mitigate
So
my risk.
this is kind of her strategy. Okay. So like once the ascending trend line gets broken, the descending trend line is become our safety line, and like whenever we take short trade, that's how our stop loss gets trailed. So that's what she explains. And then like
So which lines get violated, which lines get respected as we're
here she would actually
line
draw
active
these
versus
trend lines. All right.
comfortable.
But
Hold my
like
position.
it's like doing all this is great, but it takes a lot of time to learn this stuff, and apply it in other market. I mean, some people might be interested in trading some other um, futures market, right? Anyway, my point of showing this to you guys is how easy it is to use this to use trading truth market structure in order to decode that trade. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna actually put um, like that. Okay, so hang on. So see, this is the start of the month of May, right? And what you notice is this is exactly how it's going, the way she explains it. Okay, so as soon as the market makes new low, right, um, and it's above this trend line, you see, 4 by 1, 8 by 1, right, market goes with that speed. When it pulls back, goes with 4 times faster, right? Now as soon as it overcomes the resistance, this one, then it like respected that. So uh, below this ascending trend line and below that you know this descending trend line, so this becomes safety line and the market comes down, then it closes below this 4 by 1, market still comes down below this half descending trend line. Okay, so we are waiting for the market to come to this point where she actually entered the trade. Okay, and we will see like what was the reason um, behind her entering that trade or taking that trade. Okay, so first of all, what you need to understand is the market structure. Okay, from the start of the month, this is actually giving us high and low on that month, and then we are plotting that trend line. Okay, so watch what happens. Market goes even down further, right? And then you would see this trend line, that's where it closed, and then market pulled back. So I'll just let it run, you guys observe. Okay, here I knew it's gonna come down. Okay, safety line, pulls back to the 2 by 1, right? And then it goes with that speed. All right, so we see the resistance here. This is your, like, uh, the main descending trend line. This is your main ascending trend line. All right, now as we see, market is, upsloping, and like it's following this safety line. Now as um, as the market closes above this resistance, and pulls back, right? That's where she, I mean, she actually takes trade around here and put the stop loss on this trend line, trails it, right? So you can do the same. It's just that, like, what I have solved here is, instead of drawing those lines manually, you can actually have these lines in any market. Okay, so that's the perk of using this. All right. So here you see, as the market was downtrending, crude oil market already got minus 17% down, right? From, I mean, the range is that much. So as it goes there to this one, so if it's 17%, this is your first quarter, right? So market goes there, and we are looking for the resistance. So these are the resistance trend line, okay? That's coming from this high, all right? You see, this resistance was effective, market came down, right? And now it's around here, came to the midpoint, then it goes. So it's reaching our this line, so I'll just run it slowly, one by one, okay? You see, here it closed on below, right? Okay, I mean, one could definitely take trade, but like here, suppose if I take trade, okay, let's actually take trade. Um, let me take short trade there, 1,000 crude oil. Put my stop loss there, okay, and take profit. Will trail around this trend line, okay, but be uh be cautious that, like, uh this as haven't reached, okay. I'm just applying a principle that you would apply in a normal trading environment, okay. So here everything makes sense. All right, we can go short, put our stop loss there, and let's see how it goes. So we are risking $2,800. All right, boom, market came down, you know even further down, so it already made $2,700 something. So I'll just put my take profit around this midpoint, okay. So it didn't hit our profit, instead it just reversed back, and let's see what happens. So it hit our stop loss, right? It hit our stop loss, and from that it came down. And this is what I wanted to show you guys, okay. So what you notice here is the way, the speed that it actually goes down, you know uh, we know that the resistance got hit, and it also got, we were up $2,000 profit, okay. We could have taken profit around after this candle, right, but we didn't. So anyway, this will happen, now. And I purposefully wanted to show you that. Now here again we saw this big candle, okay, on this 1/4 resistance, right, and it was around, below previous month close as well. So I'll actually take short trade again, okay. This time let's actually increase the position size as she had taken. I think 4 contracts. That was in futures, right? Okay. Let me actually take 10,000 US oil contract. I mean, put my stop loss above that. Okay. And my take profit will be around this. Okay. Or we can actually target low. Okay. What I'll do, and let's do this one. Now, why I actually took this trade here is, as we have market structure, we have market cycles. Market actually goes in cycle. All right, like you have market cycle, as we have like monthly cycles, we have daily cycles, we have market cycles as well. So what I wanted to show you here is the market cycle. um, yeah, see, this is the same chart. you know you can see here, market actually, for the downside, what happened, cycle 7 started. Okay, just think of it as like 7th cycle. Yeah. Market came down. It actually traveled 1 2 units, and then around here, what happened, see, this trend line got hit. This was 4 by 1 trend line, and that's why market stopped, and boom, it went up very fast. All right. Now, after that, what happened was, this descending trend line 4 by 1 here, cycle 7, it got hit, right? And this, well, by the way, this trend line was coming from cycle 6. Okay. And this one here, we entered short. Right. Now, let me actually go ahead and let it continue. Okay. Again, you see this sort of candle, it's telling us to take short trade again. And it will I will show you guys where the entry is. Okay, see there, around there, you see, from cycle 8, this trend line, you see, this is 8 by 1. That shows that market is gonna go 8 times faster once the market that's in this trend line. Okay, because you see, this got broken down, and this cycle gets hit. So I'm gonna actually let it run. Okay, I'm more confident. Instead of selling there, I would have sold there, with less risk, right? So let's. So this is her trade, and I think she entered again. Um, yeah, I think she added 2 contracts for. Okay, we can also do that. Let me actually do that. We'll add 1,000 contract selling position there again. Okay. So let's see. You see, it was coming on this trend line, right? And as soon as this trend line got hit, we should take some profit. This happened there, right? I'll show you guys. There, you see, we should take some profit. Half of it, maybe like $1,000. Buy it, like just take some profit, right? Then let it run. Okay. She did told that like uh, one needs to hold the trade, for a couple of days, and you can see, from this trend line goes to the next trend line, it breaks below down, and then like it goes to the half of that uh, 1 by 2 trend line. Okay. So it goes there and hit our profit target, and that was it, right? So you can see, guys, this is telling exactly the same trade logic that C is executing. The only difference is that it has a lot of learning curve. I'll be honest with you. This one. Um, so yeah, choose your pick, guys. Like yeah, if you want access to this indicator, please contact me through email, okay, or visit my website, right? So see, it made new low around that, okay, and the month is gonna end soon. So let's see. So imagine running this here, okay. You would have all those why, you will have the reasons why the market stopped there, goes up or something like that. Why when this trend line got hit, market you know goes very fast. What's the reason behind that? You will know all of that, okay. So let me actually run this um, on this one as well, okay, so that you can see uh, that it's possible to decode market structure with precision, okay. Let me actually canvas 50, okay. And you know what, I want to disable this one. I'd like to disable this one as well. I just want to see the cycles, okay. You see, market came on this trend line, there, hit there, and then it goes up, right? It's the game of cycle, guys. See, again, came down, when it hit support, it went up. Again, resistance got hit, market came down, support got hit, market went up. And let me actually extend this line to the right side so that you can see that. Just gonna extend it. um, okay. Hmm. Okay, so you can see from where this cycle is coming from. This is C4, cycle 4, 4 by 1, right? All those stuff. All right. So let me actually just run it, and then you'll see what happens when that trend shows up, okay? So you can see when this got hit, this is your 8 by 1, I suppose. Yeah, market went 8 times faster, and stays there. And this is very strong support, guys, C1. Okay, you can see this is your 1 by 1 trend line, C1, and that's coming from all the way from the start, all right? So see, this got broken. This was the trade that we took here. And as soon as it hit this cycle from cycle trend line from C6, it has this bounce, right? Now, as it hit the cycle 7, came down, okay? And then when this trend line gets hit, check this out. When this trend line gets hit, market just had this reaction of coming down. Okay, so this was our trade to take. And I would actually take this trade here instead of there, right? Sell short. So this is, instead of being on this drawdown as she was, you can protect yourself, all right, and have a very protective stop, make that kind of money very easily, okay, in less time actually. See, you don't need to wait this long. So market goes down, stays on that trend line, and boom, got exited the trade. And how long was that? I mean, check this out, guys. Just within that day only, you know. Um, yeah, because that was the fastest move 8 by 1 trend line, So this is what I'm trying to show you guys, that like with mathematics, you can win this thing, all right. So it goes there. I mean, one of the trend line from there, when it hits again this way, it would be like plotting that, um, yeah, going short, right? Cycle 10, this trend line got hit, market stopped there, and you can see again selling will be occurring. See, selling occurred ahead of time, I told you, right? So you can apply it to any market, any time frame. I mean, I mean any time frame, okay? You can even go to 1 second and apply it, all right? So, yeah. So see, now the new month gets started. Market was above this one, so market just went up, right? So cycle 2 started. If the market comes down, you would go down, but market had strong support, and this was just going up wave, right? See here, it started with this one. So if the market goes down, you go down, right? With the trend. This is what people mean when they say, like, going with the trend. Okay. The current effective cycle is the most effective one. All right. And I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it later on. Okay. So see, we made similar profit, even more, with less time, with more accuracy and less risk. Okay. So um, you guys can go through the video and see it for yourself. Okay. If you want access to this indicator, all right. Um, I think I can actually release the share layout. So this everyone with the link can view and copy. Okay, let me actually copy this link, and I'm gonna add this to the video. Okay, basically what it will do is, like, as soon as copy paste it, you know, it's gonna open the exact layout if you have access to that indicator. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you want access to this indicator and want to learn how to use them and all this stuff, you can visit my website. Okay, it's called Trading Truth, and you can apply for the indicator here. Okay, this is that indicator. I have actually rebranded the name of it, so I'll update the website later on. But if you go to the indicators, go to cycle and market structure, you can read all those stuff there, how I'm utilizing it and all that, all those cool stuff. Okay. um, for market structure as well. And yeah, if you guys like the video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Peace.